Michi was broke. That being Michi Mochievee with VShojo, earlier celebrating 100,000 followers on Twitch, 100,000 views on her first cover song, alongside 100,000 YouTube subscribers. Receiving these congrats from both Unfamous Radish and Note Phantom, alongside this Let's Go Congrats Michi from Made Mint. As now we look back today at revelations of Michi's just days after her initial debut, in which this new member of VShojo would go on to detail a major monetary issue that she had with her former employer, leaving her with barely any money on hand and absolutely no health insurance.
I did have one issue that put me in a really bad place. So I think the tax system in Indonesia is easier to understand. It's just annoying to file. Like every other thing, it's just annoying to file and report, but it's easy to understand once you get the hang of it. I worked in a different job, and basically here in my country, I don't know if it's very common all over the world, but for Indonesia, there is an option where your company files your taxes for you and they pay your taxes for you. That is a very, very common practice, right? They did offer to just take a certain percentage, right? They say they'll take a certain percentage to pay for the taxes. With the taxes thing, right? I was very, very grateful that they offered to basically pay the taxes for me. Like that was still an option. So we had a whole system set up, and basically for like 2 years, I never spent any money out of my own wallet to pay the tax. I did I did file them, but I never really spent money because every month they took 10% anyways for my taxes. And like that's what we discussed. And it was written even that it's like, oh yeah, they took money for taxes. It's not like, oh, it's just a verbal thing. You don't know if they did. They did. There's written proof that they did. And then TLDR, 2 years later, I got sent a letter from my local government that I have actually been avoiding taxes. And they were like, onto my ass. They were like, hey, by the way, you haven't paid your taxes in 2 years. And you are late by like 2 years, so we will have to add interest fees. What do you mean I haven't paid? I have paid. And what? And in the paper it said, if you do not sort your shit in a week, we will have to bring you to court.
Michi also going on to elaborate how little help she received from her former employer.
Like, I had such a mental mind break, dude. I freaked out so hard. But at that time, I was like, oh, it's probably a misunderstanding, right? Like, maybe it's a misunderstanding. And then they came back to me 3 days later, basically being like, okay, send us like all the transfer like proof. So I was like, okay, I can just ask my employer, right? So I asked them, I was like, hey, I need all of this. Like, it's a whole list. It's a lot because it's been 2 years, like 2 years backlog. But I was like, okay, I need this. Here is the, like, I even included all the files attached. I was like, here's all the files I'm referring to. This is like, I think there was like genuinely like 28 files that I had to make like by myself. And I sent it to them and I was like, hey, this is the thing. Like, I just, you know, I just need like the funny little numbers, right? And all my problems will go away. And that's when I found out. Apparently, those are not my taxes. Those are their taxes? Until today, I still don't get it fully. So I'm not gonna go deep into it. I didn't get it. Like, I was a bit confused, but I was like, wait, if that's the case, then why are you taking it from my cut? I asked and they didn't really respond. So I was like, okay, whatever.
Michi further telling how drastic this situation became over the course of 6 months.
Because I didn't pay for 2 years, so that's like an accumulative sum of 2 years, and I also was late by a year and 1 to 2 years, I had interest fees. The amount of money I owed was more than what I had in my savings account and what I had in my normal account combined. Like, I actually did not physically have that much money. I told people, I was like, hey, can you help me, like, you know, hook me up with an accountant maybe? Or like an actual lawyer, like a lawyer and an accountant. I need help because I've never been in this situation before. Like, and they're like, no. They're like, no, sorry. Like, good luck though. Super lightheartedly. But at that time, chat, I felt so stressed because I didn't have anyone. Like, I didn't have anyone to help me. But then we talked about, we had a meeting, everything was good. Thankfully, we did get some leniency. So the government did accept the fact that, like, okay, maybe this was a misunderstanding on my part. So the most they could do is they removed all interest fees. So I didn't have to pay the overwhelming interest fee. And when I tell you the interest fee was insane, it was 150% more than what I owe them. Like, if I owe them $50, I had to pay $150. It was so much. For that time, like, I think for 6 months after that happened, I was so scared. I tried my best not to act scared or anything, but I was so scared because I did not have health insurance. I had to liquefy all my insurance, my life insurance, health insurance. I didn't have any savings, and I literally only had like $300 left. I was so scared because I have a lot of health problems. Like, for those 6 months, every time I got sick, I literally was like, no, I can't afford to be sick. Unironically, I cannot afford to be sick. I don't have shit. Like, I didn't go to any of my checkups. I couldn't go into my therapy either. I think the worst time was I had a really hard time breathing, but I couldn't go to the hospital. So, like, I just had to keep wheezing. Like, I just be like, like that for like a couple of weeks. I felt kind of bad a little bit because before I went to VShojo, I had to ask them, like, in details, like, okay, what do you cover? What do you not cover? Just so then there's no more misunderstandings. Thankfully though, good news. Now I do have my health insurance back. I have a lot of stuff, not as much as I used to, but something's better than nothing, and I'm not as afraid anymore.
This all while now things are looking up for Michi. Stream chart celebrating her first month, in which Michi became the top 10 female streamer on Twitch, along with being the #1 streamer in Indonesia. Anime Expo also announcing that Michi will appear on the XR stage for a 90-minute panel industry appearance at this event. Undead VTuber Omi also sharing their cover alongside Michi's release. Michi going on to release yet another cover of her own, entitled Oblivion, and also receiving this new look. Zephyr here with She's So Cute and Gremlin in Chibi. Thank you again, Mochi, for the opportunity making Chibi model for you. This as the latest VShojo member has also been busy with other collabs, recently joining Hololive Indonesia's Crazy Ali on stream, alongside further plans to collaborate with Ayunda Risu of Hololive Indonesia. Michi taking the stream last week saying, I have something to confess. Being joined on stream from the newly debuted VTuber Tenjin, who we've never heard of before, never heard from before, and absolutely in no way, shape, or form has had any relation to Michi's former employer. Not at all. Michi on stream dropping the bombshell that both her and Tenjin are actually cousins, that being second cousins. A major surprise to the both of them. Michi finding this out while she was with her former employer, and now coming out alongside Tenjin with this information. Michi confirming that she found it funny when people in the past would ship them together, even though assuredly we've never heard of or from this VTuber ever before. And further collaborating with Michi, of course, was the cooking VTuber Onigiri. These two certainly never before collaborating ever. Never, ever. You were saying, I don't know if I should be terrified or excited, but Michi definitely has something sinister hiding in her hair. These two going on to receive this fan artwork from Sarami, with Michi also receiving this artwork from her character illustrator. And alongside Hime's piece, other works from Tobosi Jen, alongside Zen Eitzi, Hino, and this work from Ivory of VShojo's Sign-Face Chibis. Michi joining the rest of the cast of VShojo on this Senpai Squad Itasha, and also a part of the Alex the Southerner height chart, confirming Mouse and Giga are the same height, and so are Michi and Froot. Meanwhile, Michi tweeting out, I don't know if it's cause Boulder Brain, that being Baldur's Gate 3, but I want to try playing actual D&D with friends one day, especially since I kinda get how things work. Hololive English's Narissa Ravencroft immediately replying, Michi the game did the same thing to me. I've never played D&D, but I almost bought one of those fancy D&D tables. Baldur's Gate 3 brain rot is dangerous. Michi further replying, do you want to try for the first time together? Narissa saying, time to bust out all the D&D books I bought and read them. With Michi replying, there are books? Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark.
And when I was a kid, I taste tested all the Play-Doh.
That is next with VShojo. We turn to Matara Khan. Loving this Matara brain rot artwork from Haku, and drawn from memory here by Flork of Cows. Matara last week celebrating 100,000 views on her We Rise cover, that being one of 5 covers as performed by various members of VShojo for the 1.5 anniversary music special for the Goddess of Victory Nikkei game. Matara is also set to make an industry appearance at Anime Expo. Recently joined at Off Kai Expo alongside a very ghostly VTuber, that being Made Mint. Matara tweeting out before Off Kai, I can't wait to hug Mint into my breasts in Japan, as after the expo, the two would jet off to the island of Japan, as unfortunately early into the trip, Matara would share, I have Ligma. Again, yippee. Mint at the exact same time tweeting out Ghosty's first Ligma, and the next minute adding, Matara and I feel fine. Just mild symptoms like a small cold. Who would have thought I'd get it for the first time from a VTuber convention? The next minute, Matara tweeting out, Mint and I feel fine. I got a slight cold, nose stuffy, and a bit of a deep voice. We were super careful to stay masked and not interact with loads of folks, but alas, please get checked if we spoke. Unfortunately, if we don't recover, we'll have to be back to Japan in a few weeks because we had work to do here. Before Mirai's Maria saying, I should have gotten Ligma, not her. Mint then further tweeting, so I am actually a big liar. Tested to make sure because of some of the events Mata and I are planning for recording. It turns out I don't have Ligma at all. LOL. I only assume since we are rooming together, don't assume things, it just makes afterlife more complicated. And after numerous replies adding, I'm not pregnant. Matara earlier noticing the hag maxers trend and further beating that drum with hags. Our podcast is on Spotify now, that being the ongoing Mint and Matara's Summer Special podcast. The two illustrated here by C. Gator and this Bugs Catchin' piece, alongside this work entitled Gawkin. This all while we receive this equation artwork from Kevin X, giving us Hotel Night in Japan be like. Matara replying, our kid is so cute. And next with VShojo, we have ironmouse, racking up a massive audience in the month of May, and easily slotting in as the #1 female streamer on Twitch, with VShojo Zentreya coming into number 6. Mouse recently on stream confirming that she will not be a part of the Puerto Rican comic convention due to them not responding to her inquiries, but she still will be making an industry appearance on her own panel at Anime Expo, that being a 90-minute scheduled panel alongside Sea-Dog VA, all while the VShojo Cross Senpai Squad Cross V4 Mirai booth is sandwiched between the Hololive and Nijisanji booths. Tobin Jacob sharing this cutout of Mouse and saying, you know, I was just looking at all the cutouts I've made and I can see why people think I have a giantess fetish. But in reality, it's just because I didn't know how to improve my ability at making cutouts other than making them bigger. So now we are here. As here we are with the artwork for the Iron Mouse Waifu Cup from GamerSups, front showing off this Brat Princess artwork from Click Draws, along with this back artwork from Click Draws of the Underworld Goddess form. Mouse this month also taking time to collab alongside other VTubers, male VTubers. Holostars English's Gerard T. Rexford tweeting out Rat vs. Dino, and Mouse replying, ooh, I hate this picture, delete it. Iron Mouse also making an appearance at a meet and greet in Japan, saying thank you to everyone who came to see me. It means so much to me. No matter what language is spoken, I am so happy we can connect from far away. Everyone was so kind and sweet and made me want to cry with happiness, while also revealing this imposter, saying just letting you guys know this is not me. If they DM you pretending to be me, it's not me. It's one thing to pretend to be me with an account and another to DM people pretending to be me. Please just report and move on and do not harass this person. Mouse also earlier this month tweeting out looking for character design concept artists with a quick turnaround for a super top secret project. That is here we see a future form of Mouse that is shared by Suika, aka Soika and Soka. This artist and live 2D modeler also showing off some eyes alongside some spaghetti bendy arms. And that's not all, as Iron Mouse has now announced the upcoming date for her 3rd subathon, now planned for September of 2024.
I just want to have fun. We're not going to focus on beating gold or anything. We're just going to have fun, have a good time. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. We're going to have a good time. I'm getting events planned for that time. Incentives planned for that time. surprises for that time. And I'm gonna start planning what our days are gonna look like. Yeah, 1 month cap, guys. I don't think I can go more than a month. I think a month is my limit.
And now we have the Cyberpunk and Red Dragon of VShojo, Zentreya, earlier celebrating 500,000 followers on Twitch, saying I put in as many hours as I can to make sure that I make you smile at least once. I push myself every day so I can change the world just a little bit, whether it's by giving to charities or telling someone to have an awesome day. This is all for you. Thank you for everything. As the following day, Zentreya would celebrate her birthday, receiving this Kuin Inpetsu commissioned artwork from VShojo of all of her prior forms, and for her birthday, updating one of her classic forms. After saying thank you all for the amazing birthday, and I look forward to another year again being with all of you. Nichi-Sanji English's Victoria Brightshield sending this happy birthday, Zen. You're super awesome. Despite saying it's Mayoshi's birthday, OMG, you look so beautiful. And Tiffany Wisher saying happy birthday to Mayoshi Zentreya. The best gift I could ask for is having you wish me happy birthday, which came true. Zen going on to release One More Light, a cover song with herself and friends. That artwork by way of Ringekko. Zen saying, I love Linkin Park, I love Chester, I love you all. A song I have always wanted to cover and finally got the opportunity. This isn't for me though, this is for you and to those who are not with us. Zen also adopting a brand new gecko and naming it Chester, as recommended by her chat. Well, also released on that birthday was not one but two Booba Mouse Pads by Agent Inc. But Ramen that day also teaming up with Zentreya to release a brand new knife, while Ubu Media shared happy birthday Zentreya. Thank you so much for the opportunity to work on these animated backgrounds, pixel stinger animation, and chat widget design for your recent stream. It was a super fun project to work on. Back in April, Zen alongside others with VShojo raising $69,000 for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. I also donated $5,000 to America's Foundation for Prevention to help however I can and to spread love as much as I can. This while others in VShojo alongside Zen are announcing their participation in the upcoming Gamers Outreach VTuber SummerSlam. Do Not Peak Entertainment saying grab your swimsuit and dice for some fun in the sun on June 26th at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern. Zen adding, I told you all that my #1 goal this year was to push myself for more charity events, and I'm happy to be a part of another. It's going to be a very exciting year, and I will continue to do my best, so let's freaking go. Also being shared on Zentreya's birthday was this piece from Froot, aka Apricot, the Lich Tuber of VShojo. Last week receiving this happy Frug Day from Nico Dark. Froot recently updating, saying getting a lot of recording done, alongside a yippee, thank you for 1 million views on rainy day. Froot not only receiving this artwork from Taka, but also asking 9 on the big scale, right? This being the official booba chart for all of the members in VShojo, and receiving this reaction from one of the members, that being Henya the Genius. Zen catching her standee at Offkai and saying, I found the stinky kettle, while Henya would offer up this happy birthday artwork. Zentreya tweeting out, do you think when Henya snores it comes out as Dio? Alongside Henya, why is she F it? I'm sure she's just cosplaying. Henya being joined by Mint in this look, two seen in this artwork together by Tony Tavo, saying best friends hanging out, while Henya later would go on to collab with members of Hololive English, including Mori Calliope and Ninama Inanis, after saying I had so much fun at collab. Can't wait for more Waga Dio. Henya also taking part in that meet and greet in Japan, clarifying I had a meet and greet at Akihabara and it was so much fun. I can't believe I could do it in Japan. This is awesome. Thank you everyone, and Animate-san, I had so much fun. Henya at Offkai Expo catching a glimpse at this fan-made champion belt. Well, coming up next, she will be a part of Anime Expo, being joined by others in VShojo for a behind-the-scenes panel. This all after Henya has celebrated her first anniversary with VShojo. Henya on her anniversary launching her very own Discord server, which has now celebrated 10,000 members. While next, Henya would go on to strike a pose, that now being in 3D, debuting in the third dimension alongside others in VShojo. Matara making numerous tweets such as, they're so small and so cute and they're doing JoJo poses, alongside Henya's body language, she's so ginky and cute. Henya afterwards remarking, thank you, I love you guys so much, Dio. My dream came true. This past weekend, Henya on her channel also releasing a performance of the Lazy Song. As also a part of that 3D showcase and 1-year anniversary was a brand new merch drop, including totally legally distinct Crocs. And that's not all, as Henya alongside ironmouse and another member of VShojo, that of course being kson, Rin cosplaying here and saying happy birthday to you. Jazz Jack also getting in on the happy birthday celebration, all while kson is revving up for her upcoming fan meeting set for June 22nd and complete with the ability to stream this event event. This all while Kson is also a part of a concert announcement with Anime Expo, that being for Tubal, self-described as a music festival where hot VTubers perform the latest popular anime songs. This concert taking place on July 6th. Hades and Mythos sharing recently my Kson Nindoroid finally came. That Nindoroid available at Animate. Kson holding a meet and greet there alongside another member of VShojo. So skimpily dressed, we cannot scroll down. Yes, of course, it's ProjektMelody. Joining others like Fifi, L, and Vex the Sun Eater at the LewdTuber panel at Offkai Expo. Melody also recently hosting the Spear Hunter on her Lewdcast podcast, as Mel would also once again team up with U2s, releasing yet another plastic figurine, but also another plush. Mel saying this one is more fluffy with a magnetized butt. Those two still available on the U2's website for less than 4 days from the time of this recording. All while here we have Moe Flavor, a waifu-inspired lingerie store, not only teaming up with ProjektMelody, saying get ready science team, we're doing a Summer Beach OVA but IRL with ProjektMelody Summer Skins coming out soon, giving us the date of June 28th. As also a part of this collab is ironmouse, saying the demons are out to get some sun. This is lastly with VShojo, we have Hime Hajime, saying wow, it's been 4 years since I came into this world, revealing that she had seen her first design back in the summer of 2020. Hime not only celebrating her birthday, but also teaming up with Little V for the mix of her very well received cover song of Hold You Tight. Hime further making an appearance at Anime Expo alongside others, and very unfortunately also tweeting out, come ready to kiss wee mummies hosey wosies. And very lastly, regarding VShojo, we have new results in here from Stream Charts, giving us the top agencies in Q1 of 2024, teaming up with V-Stats for YouTube data, ranking VShojo at number 5 with 3.4% market share, VSpo at 5.6, Nichisanji at 19, Hololive at 22.5, and Indie VTubers at 36%, giving us over 400 million watch hours for VTubers in the first quarter of the year. As now bringing us even more things VTubers say is our co-host Cody.
Kohai yo! Today's segment is all about the boys, as we kick off with Holostars Tempest Vanguard, who are now celebrating their jump to 3D, starting with Gavis Bettel, who had somewhat of an early 3D appearance, as a version of him participated in Dokibird's WrestleTuber 2024, where Bettel won the championship for all of 14 seconds, as after a surprise appearance by Unnamed, Gavis ended up losing the title to Usun. He eventually had his 3D debut on June 1st, attempting to open with the song Unlucky, then falling down a flight of stairs, doing a redo. Oh, I know all about those. Bettel then decided not to open with the song. The Greatest Showman went on to provide some idol poses to give everyone the greatest show, man, which happened to be the title of the stream. Other antics included pulling Yago out of a hat, splitting himself in two, and of course finally getting to sing Unlucky. Gold Bullet captured a few shots from the stream, calling him gorgeous, while Crimson Ruse said, wait, this loser wears shorts? And Yopi captured his dumpy, calling him flat. Meanwhile, Kevin went on to say, fell on his face, fell down the stairs and broke his neck, caught on fire, cut in half, fell out of an aircraft, literally died, did 3 squats, caught on fire again, just an average day for Gavis Bettel. Next up we check out Flayon, who celebrated his birthday on June 5th, where HoloPro used the hashtag FlayBrainRotDay, which Flayon seemed to enjoy a lot. As part of the celebrations, Flayon dropped some birthday merch, which includes a matching ear cuff and a hooded towel. 3 days later, Flayon would go on to debut his 3D model, jumping straight into song and giving fans close-ups of the model, which looks almost exactly like his 2D version. Flayon gave the audience a smile that Gold Bullet would do anything for, while Yopi once again checked out the important assets. Boy was responsible for the 3D model and posted a closer look at the detail that went into it. During the stream, Flayon invited some guests to his debut, that being Ryo and Tema from Stars Japan, as well as the newly debuted Bettel, who Flayon carried in his arms. Together they participated in an EN versus JP fitness battle. Next up we visit Banzoin Hakka, whose Oshi mark is the sunshine emoji. In HoloPro's original tweet, they used the wrong Oshi mark for Hakka and ended up correcting themselves, saying we are very sorry and will be more careful with Oshi marks for each talent going forward. Hakka went on to quote the post, rejecting the apology and challenging HoloPro to a duel using 2 sporks, which is now going ahead thanks to the boss's approval. Thanks, Yago. Hakka's showcase went live on June 9th and opened in true Hakka style by singing the rumbling. He then summoned the Hakitos, which Nijisanji's Ike Eveland found I'm assuming adorable, and so did Uproar's Yatagami Fuma. Other songs sung by the disgustingly beautiful Hakka included Shattered Wings, as well as the ever so popular Unravel. The last of the Vanguard members is still yet to reveal his 3D model, with Shinri's debut due to take place on June 15th. Moving on, we check out Stars JP, MVP, as both Astel and Izuru received some new outfits. The pair teased fans with their silhouettes, as Astel posted his version, while Izuru posted theirs, revealing what looks like matching themed outfits. This was then confirmed in a stream where they revealed their new unit Brat, set to release an original song with the first performance at the Holostars 5th Anniversary Live, a premium concert which took place on June the 8th at Toyoso Pit in Tokyo. 24 songs were sung during the 3-hour performance, with some new singles released, which include Kaleido Parade, the first original song from the 13 Japanese members, as well as Da 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 from the brand new unit Brat. To commemorate the 5th anniversary, Smile Base Cafe will be running 13 types of original food and drinks on their menu. This will take place in 2 different stores from June 13th to July 11th. But that's everything from me. Back over to you, False.
Thank you so much, Cody. And that is all for this episode. As always, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe below. Send in your VTuber news to our Discord, as we'll have more things VTubers say for you soon.
Where redo. Hakka went on to say... What did he say? Redo. Hakka went on to quote the post... Redo. Included Shatter's wing. Redo. Included Shatter's shattered. Redo. The first original song from the 13 Japan. Redo. From the 13. Redo. To commemorate the 5th anniversary. Redo. I'm literally at the end.